Hello everyone, Scott here again from Pillow Partners with this week's edition of the High Net Worth Property Podcast. And this week we are down in Blackpool, just north of Blackpool here. So let's have a little look about where we are. Just outside Blackpool city centre. So there we go, a big massive Premier Inn that was built there. So Blackpool, for anybody that doesn't know Blackpool, it's on the west coast. Very, very popular tourist area, and it definitely was decades ago, but slightly less popularity. So I want to use this as a case study just for a little bit of development, but also a little look at the location as well for our viewers. Lots of education and learning we can do around this. So this had a very quick look at this. I want to examine this live with you guys. This has been sold at auction, so the first thing, the guide price, is just made up nonsense. So they just do that to get people in. Sometimes you get things for £1. I don't think ever in the history of the world things been sold at auction for £1. It's just a marketing tool. So we really want to do a little bit of due diligence here, find out what that's likely to go for. We may phone them up, and then maybe a reserve price on that. So, and again, I'm making this up. I haven't looked at details about this, but the guide price is 1.3 million. Could be the reserve is 2 million on this. So we don't want to get caught up when we're looking at these deals to say, oh, 1.3 million. It's going to auction. That could go much, much higher than that. So again, we'd look at the gross development value of this, how much it's going to be worth, how much the purchase price and the renovation works to get this to where we want it to be, ready to go, add them together, and there needs to be good profit for our time and hassle in that. So this is planning permission, ex-nursing home, I believe. Quick look at the photos. That is that block there. That fits in well, really, with the area. For looking, we did a video in Glasgow city centre, Edinburgh. That would not fit in well. It would look out of place. But in Blackpool, these things scattered all over, so that isn't going to look weird. Whereas in a lot of places, that wouldn't be a place someone would drive past and stay at, but that's Blackpool, that is the market. So a little house there, so it'll be a nursing home, live-in staff. So again, we could rent that out, do something slightly different with that, put that on residential. Lots of things we could do with that. This is looking out onto the coast, so fantastic. May not be in the city centre, but going to be a lot cheaper because of that. Has lots of parking as well, so a little bit of outside space. Nice care centre, so we can brand that up on the main beach drag. So you're going to get lots of kind of free marketing for this, very, very easily visible. So that is, it's not down a side street, it's right looking onto the water. So fantastic. Got lots of USPs. That said, that's the reason I wanted to do this one, is there are lots of these types of properties up for sale, and there have been, and there's lots of supply in Blackpool. So even if this worked out, perfect deal, gross development value works, you can buy it at a good keen price, got the workers to do it, it's going to be finished. Let's say we get it ready for next season. It may be that there's never going to be the demand there to fill it. It's Blackpool. Lots of these places, I've been literally, I thought I'd been in that when I'd first seen it, but it was a very similar building, been in it, and it's just, they've been left to go to ruin. People fighting for nightly rates, like 17 quid, including breakfast. When I was down, I went to see 10, the team got lots and lots. I visited 10 different hotels that we were going to take on and manage and try and help them, but everybody was fighting in the centre, and shit, fucking 16, 17, 18 quid for a double room with breakfast. And if you're a kind of owner manager and you're there and you're hustling to get your occupancy versus all the ones in the street and everyone else in the town, you may want to do that to get some money in. I don't want, definitely a high net worth individual owners, to be scraping at the bottom of the market. It's a race to the bottom. I mean, 17 quid a night, even your cleaning fees might not even cover that. So we want to avoid that with this. So we would need to do something to compete with the rest of the market that's well established, that has bookings for the summer. You'd want to have a look at that building. It definitely needs painted and freshened up, which is going to cost a fair whack. But has that building been maintained? What's the roof like? Is there damp? Is it a quick paint and spruce up to make it look nice? Are we going to need to re-render some of that if it's falling off? Lots of things to consider. So That's the property. What are we looking at when we're getting into detail of this? Well, it has planning permission, so it doesn't tell you a lot. It has planning permission. Key features: unsold at auction, so that has been to auction already. Auctions generally, things go to auction because they can't sell in a normal process or estate agent, or it's really so bad inside that there's a lot of work, and the auction process is different. You buy it on the night, you have to pay a certain percentage of the money, and you're contractually obliged to buy it. So auctions tend to be problems with properties with problems, and that's what I would say. If this has been unsold once at auction and it's gone back on at auction, would say problems, or the price is too high. So the guide price, the reserve price might be far too high and unrealistic, or there's some massive problems there. Why did it shut being a care home? Because a care home is a nice thing for an aging market. There's always going to be money, government money there. So it's a waiting legal pack. Decent area. 29 apartments, 34 parking spaces, so plenty of parking. Again, that is a nice big win. You might not get that in the city centre or town centre because there's no space, or they've sold the car park off. Do we need 34 parking spaces for a tourist area? If we were doing contractors, then perhaps. Do we need more parking spaces and rooms? No. So we could maybe do something there. But again, a nice case study this. If it goes for 1.5 million, no pictures of the inside, so you're maybe going to need to spend a lot of money to get that lovely big car park there. If we look at that floor plan, with my face out of the way, that car parking plot looks the same as that. Would it devalue the plot not to have any parking? Yes, but there's some disabled parking here. So could we sell that plot off? Could we demolish that house and make some more apartments? Yes. So lots of things we could do with this. So a nice, interesting case study regards the location. On first look, Blackpool may appear, but the competition is quite high. That said, Premier Inn just built a big, massive Premier Inn there. They would not do that if they did not believe the Blackpool market was going to make them money. So different factors, and again, I've done a lot of research pre-COVID, pre-lockdown on Blackpool, where we're going to put a lot of resources there. So there's pros and cons, but this is just a nice overview when you see these developments, what to look for.